Edward's Day Out. Once upon a time there was a little engine called Edward. He lived in a shed with 5 other engines. They were all bigger than Edward and boasted about it. They said, Edward had not been out in a long time, and he began to feel sad. Just then the driver and fireman came along to start work. The driver looked at Edward and said, and Edward said, so they lit his fire and made a nice lot of steam. Then the driver pulled the lever and Edward puffed away, blowing his whistle. The other engines were very cross at being left behind, and away went Edward to get some coaches. At last Edward found the coaches, and they said, so Edward came up to the coaches very, very gently, and the shunter fastened the coupling. The coaches were very pleased. Then they went to the station where the people were waiting. So the people got in quickly, and Edward waited happily for the guard to blow his whistle and wave his green flag. He waited and waited, but there was no guard's whistle or green flag. Edward was getting anxious. The driver and fireman asked the station master. Then they asked the porter. Edward was getting cross. Then a little boy shouted, and there was the guard running down the hill with his flags in one hand and a sandwich in the other. He ran onto the platform, blew his whistle, and jumped in the van. Edward then puffed away. He did have a happy day. All the children ran to wave as he went past, and he met old friends at all the stations. He worked so hard that the driver promised to take him out again the next day. That night, Edward told the other engines all about it. But he didn't hear what they thought, for he was so tired and happy that he fell asleep at once.